Hi guys, I'm Ashley. Welcome to Ashley's World. Yeah, this would be where, fun stuff would be in here. Anyway, I'm not that fancy. So, welcome to my world. I have Gastroparisis, Barrett's esophagus, gastritis, POTS, COPD. Um, I'm sure there's something I'm missing. Anyway, I'm going to. I have a feeding tube. My feeding tube is a NJ, a nasal jejunum, or nasal jejunal. I'm not. Anyway, it goes from here. Stop biting me. All the way down past my stomach and into my jejunum or my intestines. We have to bypass my stomach because my stomach does not work. I have gastroparesis, which means that my stomach is paralyzed. So I today am going to run you through how I do my medications and how I set up my my pump. I can lose words. I do it all the time. Anyway, I'm going to set up my pump and do my meds and show you all how I do all of that. And then in following videos, I will touch more on, what exactly is gastroparesis and how I got it or didn't, all of that. So if you ever have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments of any of my videos, and I will try to answer every question. I'll try to get there. So, all right, now that I'm shaky and my cat is driving me nuts, on to the rest of the video. Okay, so I have not taken my meds today, so I'm going to step you through how I get my meds ready. First step, remember that you have meds in the fridge. We'll go get those real quick. Those are my antibiotics that I have to get. Oh, cats everywhere. Anyway, I have my antibiotic that has to be refrigerated. And I have to remember to take it twice a day. That's not really conducive of me per se. Anyways, okay, back to sunlight. No. Okay, put you guys down there. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to step you through what I do to get ready to take medications. Most of my, excuse me, most of my medications currently I have to take through the tube. I will have to do that even once I get the tube in my belly, but that is okay. So this is my new routine. If anybody watching sees this and they have a better way of doing things, please comment below and let me know, because I am all for making this more time efficient. So I'll show you really quick. I keep all my meds right next to me on my bed. They're all right there. So I usually have to get, sorry, I'm out of breath from getting that. That's how bad this is. I get out of breath from doing that little walk coming back and talking at the same time. So this water, I have a tape on it because that reminds me of what kind of water it is. This is a distilled water, excuse me, distilled water. And my mother-in-law has a little handy dandy nifty machine that distills water for her. So I get my distilled water from her. I just reuse water jugs that I've gotten for me for water. Because that's all I drink anymore, flavored water. So I have to have that. And then this lovely thing. I pre-fill these. You can see it separated because I haven't ever shaken it up. Because what I do is I just put I try to do 3 in advance so that that's usually my main 3 of the day. And then when I'm done with those, my very night meds, I will make up and put into one that after I make or after I use my last syringe. But these, I have them all labeled. This one is for my Promethazine. That is for nausea, and we have that finally in liquid form, so that's really nice, which I will need. This one is for flush. With this one, I have marked right where I need it to be, right where I have to pull it up to, so I take 20 mils every 6 hours as needed. I wrote that down on there so that I remember. And then, let's see, this one is my Augmentin. Hair in the tape. Anyway, this one is for my Augmentin, which is my antibiotic. And I too have it taped at the 11 line because I get 11 mils twice a day. This has to be refrigerated. I think all the rest of these are flush. Oh, this one is for, I don't have any right now because I'm out and I have to go get more, but for Tylenol and ibuprofen, I have to unfortunately use children's. It's ridiculously expensive, and I go through a bottle, like, it takes me 3 doses to get through a bottle, maybe 4, but it is what it is. Okay, so I'm going to put that up because I have all of the syringes that I need. I have this one already full, so this one I'm just going to shake up, pull a little bit of air into it. It has a cap on it so it doesn't leak out. I just have to make sure I mix it all in, and because it's been sitting literally all night. After I take my very last meds of the night, I will set these up for the morning so that they're just already dissolved. It's easy throughout the day for my morning, noon, and evening meds. And then, like I said, my very night meds I do later. But I usually have baby wipes, but I don't know where my baby wipes are. I think I left them in the car. So we're using paper towels today. I also put my meds that aren't in liquid form in here. It helps immensely because I do take morning, noon, evening, and then bedtime meds. So there's that. And actually, I just realized, I'm glad I looked at this because today's Thursday and I need one of my morning meds that I don't. There's only a couple of meds that I can take orally, and it's because they're meant for my stomach. This one, it's so tiny. Can be taken either way, but it's so tiny, and it's a gel cap, so it is so easy to just, like, I don't even notice it, I don't even feel it, it just goes down really easy, which is really nice because some of you already know I have had issues with that. I will tell that story, just not right now necessarily, but I will tell that story. So this is my Promethazine, my anti-nausea, that they finally put into liquid form. So you can't tell what the color is in the bottle. I didn't read that. All I read was syrup cherry. It says it on the bottom. So you think red, right? No, it's green clear. Read, Ashley, read. But this is my Gas X. I will go ahead and take that real quick. That one's easy. If I actually have a Tylenol in here that I set up last night. I have one in each of my little syringes, just because it's a pain to have to pull up Tylenol or ibuprofen, children's Tylenol or ibuprofen. I will show you that at some point, but I'm not going to do that today. If for any reason I have a new med or something that doesn't necessarily dissolve easy but will crush, I do have this little handy dandy pill crusher right here. This is what I was doing before I realized that I could just put them in the thing, in the syringe, and then pull up some distilled water and it would be fine. But it is what it is. We learn. I've learned a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. Now that I've opened it, it's fine. So this is a pain because look at the size. So I have to do it like really funky. That's why I like having that tape there, because then I can put my fingers in the way to hold the syringe. There we go. Make sure I don't spill any. And then I'll put this back in the fridge, of course. My Promethazine, which I kind of have to do just about the same way, so it's really nice that I marked that. I will try to put it in view so it's easier for you guys to see. Yeah, if I don't drip it everywhere, huh? This one's fuller than the other one. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. I need to keep the seal tight. There we go. That's way harder than it actually looks. Now I have it on my hand. I really need to go find my wipes. Okay. So I've got those two drawn up. Now the way that my syringes are and the way my port is, if you look, I don't know if you can see it too well, but there's like a hole right there in the middle. So I have to pull air into that so that, because it goes over a little piece in my port. And so like I want to try to get this as clean as possible so that my threads on my port don't get sticky. That's why we flush. Well, part of the reason why we flush. I flush, I will do all of my meds and then I'll flush at the very end. I don't, it's just labeled flush, because I don't have to measure it. I know how much I need. I'm running out of water. I need to get a hold of my mother-in-law. Oh, don't. Come on. All right, that's good. Sorry, I was pushing the air out of it. I do that over the carpet because it's water, and if water gets on the carpet, it's fine. But I will flush after I do all of these. I'm actually really tempted to put flush in with my Promethazine, because it is slightly thick, but it does push through, so it's not too bad. But I do need to make sure that I get as much of the air out, but leaving that top piece open and ready to go so that it doesn't overflow when I put it on my, put it into my tube. This one has had a cap on all night, so it's not too bad. But, okay. Here goes the fun part. This is the part that I'm not, it's not the funnest thing ever. Because I catch my hair all the time, so I have to try to get it out of the way. I always use my top port for medication and my bottom port for my feeds. The reason, excuse me, strep throat. The reason why I do that is because if I put my feed on here, I can actually tuck it behind my ear. Putting it on here, it weighs it down, and it's just, yeah, it's uncomfortable. And it's just easier than if I am hooked up to my feed. I can still give myself medications at the same time, because at night, that's usually kind of how it goes. So, don't mind the glare of the light. If I'm not careful, stuff will come out. There shouldn't be much in there currently, but okay, so I just, oh, light. I'm not even going to try to look. I do it all by feel. I have a little, sorry, concentrating, because this one's hard to push. Make sure I get it all. And then to switch, I have to be really quick. Okay, see, it just screws in. Here, I'll try to, just like that. Then I will try to put my, sorry, I do everything by feel. I think that's in enough. Oh boy, that is cold. Woo! I, yes, have given myself brain freeze. Ooh, might give myself brain freeze on that one. Jeez. And last but not least, in this one, I like to, because it's pills and whatnot, I like to shake it a little bit. Trying to hurry so nothing comes out my tube because I'm bent forward. So I'm putting pressure on my tube from the inside. See how easy that one was? And then the flush. Final step. And when I flush, look, Ma, I can talk and drink at the same time. I know, stupid dad joke, but whew, that stuff's cold too. Oh, that was kind of chilly in my nose and throat. And then it just has a little cap that goes right back in, just like that. And that is how I take my meds. Okay, as you see, these are empty. They are my old ones. Yep, empty-ish. And that is off. So, climbing the mountain of food. My food. These will be the last ones in the box. So, okay. And then we have to come over here and grab one of these. And I will show you how I set these up to here. Okay, I'm going to show you guys how I set up my feeds with a new set of bags because these ones are old. Unplugged. It's the power cord. Okay, so this is yesterday's set, and they are, as you can tell, very empty. So you just pop open the top and you pop that one out, and then this one comes out, and you throw those away. Now, before I do anything more with that, we're gonna set it up. So my set has two bags. Mine is the Kangaroo Joey, and it can do either one bag or two. This one is the 2-bag system, so that I have an auto flush on the with the machine, or my pump, or as we aptly named them, that this is Jerry Jr. Jerry is my pole. But before I put any of this in, I need to put stuff in these. So I always start out with my distilled water. And because I use this set of bags for a full 24 hours, I try to put a little more than I think I'm gonna need in case I need to do like an emergency flush or something. So that's about 250 mils of flush, which my water is absolutely freezing because of where it is sitting. Luckily, this will be up in the air and it will warm up before I have to worry about a flush. So I am a stickler about getting all the air out, because if I have to go somewhere, which means I would have to take my pump off and my bags and everything and put them in my backpack, and it's just so much easier just to have the air out as much as possible, just simply because putting them in a backpack, you run the chance of, you know, it's gonna there's going to be an air bubble that comes and blocks everything, and so your pump starts beeping in the middle of whatever store you're at or whatever. It's like, hi. So just like that. I'm actually getting pretty darn good at it. See, very, very little tiny air bubble at the top, and that's it. And then I don't have to worry about it. So there's that one. The blue is always the water or flush. They actually say, like this one, it says flush and hydration bag, which I do my flushes every 2 hours instead of every like 4 hours, just because I get dehydrated very, very, very fast and very easy. So it's just helped a lot. Helps keep the nausea down too a little bit. But this is what a case of my food looks like. And I'm on the last two, so I've had that for 3 days. This is the last of day 3. You have to shake them because they do separate a little bit at the bottom, but not like horribly. It is Kate Farms Peptide Soul Source Nutrition Formula, 1.0 cal per milliliter. And this is vanilla. I don't taste it, but, you know, I guess it smells better than the plain stuff, because I have had the plain, but I don't know, that really doesn't bother me. I could totally do with the plain, and I have no issues. So just pour that in, and I'll show you here in a second. I do this because there is a little bit of a lip in there, and so it catches some of it, and if you sit there and jiggle it, you'll get more out of it. I always put 2 and 2 because I have to do 4 of these a day. So I do 2 now, and then when these run out, I'll do another 2, and that clears my 20 hours on. My feed goes on for 20 hours. I am on continuous. There's also intermittent, but I am on continuous. I only get 4 hours a day, if that, where I'm not hooked up to a feed. But that's okay because I am 94 pounds. I'm so excited about that. Like, you have no idea. And this one, I will not close. I don't put the lid on that one right away because I just set it to the side because I use it when I am priming my tube, priming the pump, whatever. The only thing I hate about these is this one is there's a lot of bubbles from shaking the cartons, And so I try to like get those to the top and whatnot without spilling anything. Because again, it is just so much easier if I have to go somewhere, if it is as airtight as possible. Look at that. First try. Not bad. I would like to get all the air out, but I don't actually think that is possible. Okay, so I have both of those, and I don't measure on the bag how much I've put in because I know how much is in here. There's 325 milliliters in each of these. So that's just easy math, 650. Trying to get the end off the tube. There we go, cap off. I always put that in there. And then I will show you how I do this. Okay, so here's this, and I'm sorry it's going to be backwards for you, maybe. Anyways, so you pop open the lid, and you take your line, which is all sorts of wrapped up now for whatever reason. Okay, so you take it, and this piece goes right there, fits snug in, and then this piece is rubber-ish. I don't know if it's rubber, but it's stretchy, and then you just pop that in right there, and then now the fun part, turning it on. Let's see if you can see it. One can hope. Okay, there we go. So we want to clear the settings so everything is at 0. Currently, we want to prime the pump. So we go there, and I always auto prime. Don't worry, nothing's gonna drip out anywhere. There's nothing in there to drip out yet. It will prime the flush first. So the flush will go. It's just kind of. And now let you watch it go through the tube. I love how it auto does it. It's so okay. So now that we have primed everything, we are ready to do the rest of the settings. So here is my feed settings, my feed rate. This is how often I get, or how much I get per hour, and I get 90 mils an hour. And then this, that one is how much feed I have, or formula I have put in there, and I put 650, so 650. And then I don't want to run it yet because I'm not putting it in yet, so I just push done. And now I go to my flush, and I do that, and I I do 20 mils every, oh, wrong one. Oh, come on. There we go. Every 2 hours. And then I'm done, so I can push done. So I could either turn this off right now, or let it go, which sometimes I do. It just depends. Like, I now am in the schedule of doing my bag change and everything, my 24-hour change, in the evening ish, because it's almost like 5 o'clock right now. And then it just, I don't know, it just seems easier to me right at this point, because then in the morning all I have to do is clear out what is there already, what is already pushed through, and then it'll already be set for the next time. So all I have to do is pour stuff into the bags and into the one bag, because I put enough into the flush bag to cover all the 24 hours. But I will have to put 2 more into this eventually. So that's how I do that. But I'm going to so my mother-in-law, I asked her, because this thing is so bright and the brightness does not go, like, it does like dim down slightly, but there is no brightness change anywhere for this. Well, hi there, Miss Halfcat. And so it's blinding in the middle of the night, you know, and so I asked my mother-in-law if she could make something to cover it. And she made this. I put the name on it and the decal on the side, but she made me my own little so at night, see, his name is on there, Jerry. If I need to open it up, I can, and I can see what I need to see, and I can do what I need to do. And it's just absolutely amazing. You know better, don't do that. So I am going to hang these up. It just goes into my bottom port right here. I take the white piece off, I don't use that. I just use this, and it just goes right into that bottom piece right there when I am ready. And all I have to do is push done, or push run. It's run. So that is how I set up my feeds. I hope that you know, maybe answers a few of your questions. If you have any questions about anything along the way, feel free to ask in the comments. I am more than happy to answer pretty much any question you might have. I am going to be making a video coming probably in the next day or two of me, about my, you know, my diagnosis and how everything came about, and when I started getting sick and all of that, and all about what gastroparesis means to me. So I hope you guys stay tuned for that. So please subscribe and like, and I will see you later.